This is how I knew right off the bat this was gonna be a rough one. The first thing I seen loading into this DLC, look at that, new weapons at Ammunition. And I'm like, wow, all right, cool. Let's go check it out. I go to Ammunition, there's nothing there. So we're just straight up lying now, Rockstar, are we? Welcome back, everyone, to another Rockstar Logic. Yes, we're back because these people they don't know how to stop. They don't. I think they can get no lower. Every single DLC, and yet they just continually surprise me with how low they can go. The Drug Wars DLC released earlier this week, and oh boy, does it have some problems. Now, before we get into those problems, I just, look, I'll give them some credit. There is some good stuff. This isn't the worst DLC. It's not a bad DLC. Some of the good things, it's a relatively easy DLC to get into. You don't need a crazy amount of money to get into it. The missions, you don't need to buy an expensive property to do them. There is not really a paywall to get into this stuff. The business, the acid lab that they added is actually the best business in the game for passive income, but that's it. Like, this DLC would have been a sick update in 2014. Like, this is a great DLC for newer players, but it released this year at the end of 2022, almost 2023. We're like 10-ish years after the game has released, and this is the update we're getting. I legitimately think this is the first ever December L update from Rockstar. I mean, there's no way you can compare this to the contract update, the Cayo Perico heist update, the casino heist update, and you can even go further. I don't think this update compares to any of those other ones. And the thing is, I understand what's happening here. I didn't really want to go after Rockstar, go hard on Rockstar, because GTA 6 is getting worked on right now. They probably have 98% of their developers finishing GTA 6. But if that's the case, then why are they adding a subscription service to the game? Why are they continually trying to over monetize the players? If there were no subscription service, if they weren't trying to continually nerf the Cayo Perico heist so people don't get money as easy, if they weren't trying to shove shark cards into our face at all times, it would be different. I kind of would be fine with this DLC. But if they are gonna monetize this, if they are trying to get as much money out of us as humanly possible, then I think it's fair to question what the hell are they doing with this update. I think it's fair to say that this is a very subpar DLC that they've released. This massive update that they just launched, it consisted of 5 missions. Most of them are just reused missions that we've already gone through before. A couple of vehicles at launch that most of them aren't even that good. I mean, the supercar that they released literally has flags in the game files that almost make it undrivable off-road and when you're hitting bumps. That's something that people have been complaining about for years, not fixed. The new business, while yes, it makes you a decent amount of money, it's the same formula that 5 or 6 other businesses in the game already have. So it's nothing new. Oh, but they added a social space that people are never going to go to after this week. At launch, there were no new weapons. There were no weaponized vehicles. There were no aircraft. There were no properties to buy. I mean, the biggest thing that they promoted was the fact that you could remove contacts from your phone. That's something we wanted 7 years ago. I mean, I like that it's in now, but really, that's where we're at? The rest of the actual content in this update is drip feed. And if you want to see how bad the drip feeding has got, they are drip feeding the difficulties for these missions. It's insane what they're doing with the drip feed. I don't mind the drip feed when it's the vehicles and maybe some weapons, but listen to the stuff that's being drip fed. The Brigade 6x6 is the next vehicle. They're drip feeding us a vehicle that we already have. The 300R, they made something up now. They're reverse drip feeding it. They put it in the game, but for whatever reason, they're removing it on December 28th. Why? For no reason. The part 2, the last dose missions, the remaining, I think it's 6 missions, they're literally in the game files. People with mods have recreated the cutscenes for those missions, and we already know what happens. Why is that drip fed? The taxi business is drip fed. The 50-car garage is gonna be drip fed. The gun van, the stash house, the street dealers, all of it is going to be drip fed. It's ridiculous. We wait like 6 months to get the DLC and they give us nothing in it. We have to wait even longer for more of the content. Again, I don't mind the drip feed. As a matter of fact, I actually like it because you don't need as much money on day one. You can save money up and figure out, all right, which vehicles I want, which vehicles I don't want. It's actually a pretty good system. But this is crazy. 80% it feels like of this DLC is being drip fed. And I don't know if it's just me, the missions just abruptly ended. I legitimately didn't even know the last mission was the last mission. I went to like go again. I went to the yellow circle and it was mission 1. And I was like, wait a second, that was it? I'm no video game story writer or anything, but surely to get us, the community, interested in continuing the story, you ended on a cliffhanger of some sort. I mean, I feel like that's a basic element of storytelling. To get people invested, you gotta leave them wanting more. And I legitimately, like, what is part 2 even gonna be? Also, the fact that there were like, what, 2 cutscenes in this entire DLC? There really wasn't even much of a story, which I guess is why there was no cliffhanger. Most of the interaction with Dax and the other characters is just through the phone. Again, the reason this is all happening, more than likely, is because they have like 5 people working on GTA Online, because everyone's working on GTA 6, but I just find it crazy how I had low expectations going into this DLC, and somehow they weren't even met. I mean, speaking of the story, they sort of teased Ron would show up, like we'd be working with Ron again, our old pal. He was in the missions for like 2 seconds and he was getting beat up. It's just crazy how last year we had a DLC with Franklin, Lamar, Dr. Dre was kind of in it. And we went from that to this. There's so much more I could say, and I'll leave most of it for the part 2 because I don't want this video to be like an hour long. But the biggest failure of this DLC, and this is how you know there's just like no direction at Rockstar right now, at least in the online aspect. This was a drug war DLC with the Juggalo group. They created these unique face paints and these Juggalo themed clothing. We also had the Luchadora character, you know, with some really cool wrestling clothes. Did they add any of that stuff to our characters? No, they added nothing. What did we end up getting? Like 78 freaking onesies, all in different colors. Oh, and we got Crocs. Like, I thought that would have been the easiest thing for them to add some Juggalo clothing, the unique face paints that the Juggalo characters wear. Whether or not you would have liked to wear that, like, surely they could have added that in this update for our characters. But no, we didn't get that. This picture right here, I think just sums up where Rockstar's at right now when it comes to GTA Online. The new DLC just released, and instead of putting either the new supercar or the new sport car in the podium on the casino wheel, they put the random ass RV, their Journey 2. These people at Rockstar are so scared of us having fun, and I don't know why. You know, whether that be winning cars on the podium at the wheel in the casino, whether that be making money in the Cayo Perico heist, because yeah, they nerfed that again. They made it way, way harder for no reason. Whether it be letting us make money in contact missions. These contact missions pay out so little and they're double money. Letting us just sell products in public lobbies without announcing to the whole lobby so they can come grief us. I mean, the list can go on and on. They just, for whatever reason, don't want us to have fun. And I'll end this video by saying I just hope this stuff gets resolved for GTA 6. I don't know who is the leader at Rockstar for the online aspects of their games, but he ain't it, Chief. As always with these Rockstar Logics, you can let us know in the comment section down below your thoughts, and if you have any other of your own Rockstar Logics, let us know. Again, the sad thing is, it's not even that bad of a DLC. it's just not what we all have come to expect in December. And I know maybe some people may say you can't blame Rockstar because they never claimed every December DLC was going to be these major ones. But again, if they're going to start adding a subscription service, and if they're going to continue to monetize the game, I think we should expect the same level they had before that, whether or not GTA 6 is coming out sooner than later. But there will be a part 2 to this because there's a lot more. The missions, the vehicles, the characters. We didn't even mention Dax. I mean, I don't hate him. He's not as annoying, and he's not anywhere near as annoying as Katie Jane's and Santa. But my character's a freaking billionaire almost in this game, and he's calling me fresh meat. We'll save that for part 2. That'll probably be out next Saturday because next Sunday is Christmas, and I don't think I plan on posting anything that day. But man, this was an interesting DLC, and I'd be curious to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments. That's going to do it for the video. Thank you all for watching. Please drop it a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA content. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one.